As you breathe out, fold forward and let's widen the feet. And if your back feels tight, you can totally place your hands on something here, like on a stool or a coffee table. Or if it feels comfortable, you can have your hands on the ground. And I'm just sliding my hips left and right, sliding the hands along the floor. And I'm starting to draw figure eights with my hands. Bending one knee as I'm gliding the hips towards it. Pressing the hands into the ground. So we have some floor resistance here. And then let's reverse the direction of the figure eight. Might feel a bit weird, but let's challenge the ribcage to move in the opposite direction now. Okay, and then we can draw some circles. And maybe let's move the knees down. So we have a kneeling position. Maybe tuck the toes under here if that feels comfortable. So we have a bit more support from the ground. And then let's slide the hands away while keeping a long back. Maybe let me turn this way. So the lower body grounded and I'm sliding the hands away. And maybe let's draw rays of sun. Or you can imagine you're on the face of a clock. Moving incrementally outwards in rays. Okay, and back to the center, so that would be like 12 o'clock. And then moving, sliding the hands outwards. Long back. Make sure the shoulders stay relaxed, stay not lifting towards the ears. Keep the back body long. Okay, and now let's maybe open one out to the side. So we have the foot on the ground. And we have the toes of the other foot tucked under. So we are stable, the lower body is anchored. And then I can slide above the shoulder and below the shoulder, pressing into the hand. Again, using the floor resistance. It's not just stretching. This is an active lengthening. If you don't have a carpet here, you can use paper plates on your floor. And then let's move the other way from the leg. So above the shoulder and below the shoulder. And then let's move to the right and to the left. Above the shoulder and below the shoulder. One way and the other way around. Okay, and then let's swap the legs. Extend the other leg, grounding the foot. And actively pressing through the hands, slide above and below the shoulder. And then to the other side, above and below the shoulder. And let's then move smoothly from the left to the right. The lower body anchored, the back long. And then let's go back to kneeling, tucking the toes under so we fix the lower body, and let's draw rainbows in front of the body on the ground. First just with one hand, and then if that is easy you can slide both the hands along the ground. Make sure you don't tighten the lower back to achieve this, so we keep the back long. You can use the exhalation here to help you. Okay, and then we just make some circles on the ground, outward and in. And we can come up to the forward fold position where we started, gliding the hips from left to right. And now let's not bend the knees. Let's just glide the hips on one line, left, right. Okay, and then let's point the toes inwards and see how this feels. So we can access the back of the pelvis as we glide the hips left to right. Okay, and let's finish with the Russian dancer, bending one knee. If you can't reach the foot, that's completely fine. You can rest your hand on the lower leg. And let's move to the other side. Really stretching the back of the thigh. And that was all for this sequence. I hope you enjoyed it.